What is up, guys? You Could Gamer back here with you again, and we're going to jump right into a small game of World of Tanks, trying out tanks that I have in my roster that I like, but maybe that are not as practical or useful in, all-around situations. So, like the T-34, you can use it in most games in its tier and lower, but then you got tanks like this one, which admittedly I'm a fan of, and that is the French Heavy, the B1. We'll go ahead and jump into battle with it. Now, the B1 tank is a French Heavy with a decent, basically it has its cannon's penetration and damage is okay, but for the tank's tier and everything, it just can't quite compete with other heavies of its tier. And I'll show you why. Its armor's okay and everything, but basically the B1, or whatever its full name would entail, was basically a retrofitted World War I model of a tank with a turret added to the top, as you can see from that front-mounted cannon and everything. It's got more of the, similar to like the Mark V design, where they had the trenches, the treads that were made for crossing trenches and such. But the B1 was actually captured. Hundreds of them were captured by the Germans and retrofitted and used against their enemies, just because so many were captured and or destroyed in battle due to their inefficiency. There's another unpractical tank, one that's hard to get through. I had to go through that one, which is the, the AMX-40, also known as the Duck. And that thing was ridiculous to use, but you have to go up the line just to get to the ELC. So I had to deal with it at one point. Has really good armor though. The French tanks are known for having like pretty decent armor for the tier, but their gun just doesn't do what you would want it to. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it, and I'll show you guys how the B1 can be useful if I don't die first. C'est parti! So, starting off, the map is Ensk, which is a big town and a railway station, like a big railway station town. And it doesn't really... There's no real specific way to play this, but I always like to go town. Unless I'm in a scout, then I'll do the plains fields around the 8, 9, and 0 section. Mostly the 9 and 0 section there. So, I'll go town just because that's where the flag is and everything, and try to... So, do a good supporting role as a heavy. I'll most likely get hit along the way. Someone is most likely aiming down this valley right here. Yep. There we go. Little pot shot on an M3. If I can get hit this guy. Yeah. There we go. Aim for the cannon. The top part of the cannon that you can't really use. A lot of the tanks are just decorative. You can only use one cannon in each one. But the B1's cannon just can't penetrate all the things that you would want it to. I should probably realistically use premium rounds, like better armor piercing rounds and everything, or heat rounds. But I mainly just stick with the main one just because I only use this thing because I generally like it. I like its design, I like how fast it is, and a lot of people run in platoons of 3, obviously. They run in platoons, and they run the B1 a lot, so. Those of you that know World of Tanks better than me are probably like, what is this guy doing? Okay. Well, moving up here, Dark Hunter is a T-28. I should be able to match him pound for pound in power. So I'm going to help this anti-tank unit. Alright, so we got a hit in there in that T-28. We've got an A-20. Got a little pot shot on him. We don't want to get hit too much because this thing doesn't have the greatest health of all the tanks in the game, obviously. Looks like we're surrounding the enemy, kind of. Hetzer. Took a bad hit from a Hetzer. We don't want to let that get hit us too much, obviously. I want to see which way that Hetzer's aiming. I didn't really do much. I killed one guy, but I didn't really do a whole lot there. I didn't remember killing that guy, to be honest with you. Our team has mostly overran them and decimated them. I'm going to move up with this little... Oh, yeah. It's a... I don't know what it is. Covenanter, yeah. Like on the Crusader line of the English tanks. So, but the B1, it's kind of fast. It's just not very practical, but it's fun to use. A lot of people were big fans of it. It has a good reload time on all its guns and everything. We're mostly just using our numbers to overwhelm them. But why not, after all? Well, he's dead. I didn't kill him. Obviously, that anti-tank unit probably take him down. Game over. And there's the B1 in action. Got a victory with it, but mostly because of my team. The B1's just not practical. I mean, a lot of the tanks are demonstrated somewhat accurately, but this is more of an arcadey, you know, tank game, so to speak. We'll go ahead and jump in and we'll use the... For the dog thump in the next room. We'll use this Czechoslovakian tank. I don't know much about this thing. All I know it is basically the Czechoslovakian equivalent to the German. I can't remember the name of the Panzer, but it's a tier 5. This thing is the equivalent to a tier 5, and it is maybe it's a tier 4, I think. But basically, the Czechoslovakian's got a autoloader, a 3 cannon autoloader, and it's relatively decent. Yeah, it's a tier 3. I was totally wrong on that. LTVZ-38. Teehee. Trying to think if I want to go city or if I want to go the plains. Plains have some kind of attack. See, when people yell attack at the beginning of the game, it's like no way. Didn't think we were gonna do that. And here we go. Kind of want to go town. We'll cruise downtown. I'm a little tin can, short and stout. A little lawnmower. I'm going to go ahead and go this way. A little rampage there. Because I want to go ahead and try and cut them off as far down as I can. And it looks like I've got most of the team. Pretty much the entire team went city. Which can be good and bad. I definitely wasn't alone in that one. Okay, I took kind of a hit there. That anti-tank unit right there is pretty dangerous. Done a little damage. I'm going to let my team take some hits for a second. Okay. I love this thing's autoloader. The LTVZ-38. Gonna try and gain some ground on these guys. Good kill. Well, I'm dead. M2 medium. He came around the corner and I was the first guy he saw. Moving on. Why not? My ELC AMX BIS. But of course, allies are more willing to work with polite players. Well, that's obvious, but tell everybody else that. Look at that thing. What is that? Spartan dude. It's like along the Carnarvon class or whatever. See, that just looks like a modern tank. And I'm over here with my little mouse and a cannon. What shall we do? We'll scout a little bit. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Jesus. Yamazi. And here we go. How many heavies do we need? Do they need? I'm gonna go ahead and get some eyes up here. I'd say their ELC is probably coming up the hill if he's not scouting or something. What I'm doing is somewhat suicidal though, and there are obviously some fast tanks that are going to be coming up this hill. Whee! Oh, I'm dead. Oh man, I just... Now we are going to go with... Let's do a little MS1. Go tier 1 for once. See how far that gets us. Kidoki. Yeah, I have those little experience things I can use. I don't really mess with them unless I'm like playing all day or something and doing a grind. Good news for those of you that are watching, if you care. Pretty soon I'll be doing some streaming, and I'm going to try out the game I just got through the mail today, No Man's Sky. I plan to try that out sometime tomorrow after I pass out and get some sleep. And I haven't played it yet, so I don't know what it's like. We're going to start from the very beginning. So if you guys have an interest, stick around tomorrow, and I should be streaming some of that. Okay. And here we are on Mines, which is a classic map. It's one of the oldest ones, and everybody always goes for the center to try and control the map. They're not inaccurate in thinking that that's a good key point, but at the same time, rushing it can get you killed. I'm just a tier 1 tank, but I guess the game thinks that I don't know. There's all kinds of tier 1s and 2s that play together. The MS1's got a pretty good cannon fully upgraded, and it's not horrible speed, but it's not super fast either. I mean, you're looking at a little tank. I remember the first time I saw the MS1 in a game, and it was in the game Blitzkrieg on the computer, obviously, which is a real-time strategy game, which had you couldn't move the camera or pan it in any direction, but it had an overhead view of kind of a 3D but 2D-ish world, and all your units, your tanks and armored units and planes, were all 3D, but your infantry was little 2D units. Kind of like the old Total War real-time strategy games. And that's where I first saw this tank. And when I saw it on here, and I wanted to play as the Russian tank tier line, I decided I'll just go ahead and give it the MS1 a try. See if I can land a shot on this guy. Come on now. Someone planted him. That works. The hill. We want to try and get up to those rocks. They've got a lot of units focused on us. We've got an artillery unit up here. I never really see... For some reason, I never see artillery units in these early tier games. Yeah, you better be careful there, buddy. Come on now. As long as he dies, that's all I care about. There he goes. Come on, guys. Got a kill. There we go. For the most part, it's an equal game, an even game. We control the hill, mostly. Ooh, there we go. I'm getting shot at. Probably from those bushes over there at the J something section there. Okay. Yeah. It's not the most accurate cannon. You gotta at least lead your sights. I'm gonna go over this way and try and cut them off. This guy's holding his own, though. Force Reckon. M2 Light. M2 Lights will tear you up if you do not have armor to deflect their bullets. To deflect their shells. I think it's got an autoloader, and I'm pretty sure... He's dead now, obviously. I'm pretty sure it's like an armored car. Gotcha. Okay. Equals out a little bit, but even still, we're going to have to kind of balance ourselves out. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, it's the early Czechoslovakian tank. I love those things. I like their line of tanks. Like, even though they're similar to German models, they, I don't know, they're just fun to use, I guess. Got him. And quickly repair our tracks and get out of there. Artillery unit, he's dead. And we got a crew member dead, and it's the driver, or he's injured. There we go. There's another artillery unit somewhere, though, so we need to go ahead, and that's too steep. I'm going to kind of stay out of that way. I need to try and get down this hill or something. We need to advance on their position. We don't have a huge advantage on them, number for power-wise or whatever, but this guy right here seems to be full health, and I love those tanks right there, the one he's got. This is probably a bad idea. There we go. If we can just cross this threshold and not die. There wasn't much we could do for him. He kind of either fell down the wall or got stuck somewhere, but me and looks like this Czechoslovakian tank are moving up on the ridge line. And there are most likely tanks hiding up in these corners here. So hopefully I can get kind of a beat on them. I don't know if heat rounds would even be a good idea right now. That Lloyd GC, there was another one I think, and I killed it. Whoever the Zorn guy is. Yeah. You have... Good kill. Good kill. Oh, yeah, he got me. That's alright. Held his own. Kudos to that guy. The AT one. I hate the AT series. Their cannons are awesome. We'll go ahead and bug out. We'll do one more battle here. So... Well, that worked out well. Anyways, I figured I'd just test it out and everything, and I feel pretty comfortable in my studio now. Tomorrow I will be doing streaming of No Man's Sky. Just got it through the mail. Feel free to like the video you just saw if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, and comment your thoughts, or if you want to see me do anything else or try other tanks, just let me know. So until next time, guys, I'm Euclid Gamer, and I'll see you all in the next video.